Hello and welcome to another episode of Drafting with John, where we are going to do some premiere Zendikar Rising Draft. I hope you're all well. Excited for another draft. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have drafted since the last video came out. And I will say that I have recorded a video. I may never intend to publish the video. It is beyond embarrassing. I won't spoil it, but it may be released as a special edition 1 year anniversary video, just to say why not. But it wasn't good. Let's put it that way. I drafted a good deck and I didn't perform as well as I'd hoped, and it was, let's just say entirely my fault. But you live and learn. So today, in this video, we're going to try and draft well and come out with a good deck. So, first pack, here we go. Skyclave Relic is not a good pack one, pick one. It is the kind of card you add to a deck to enable potentially a splash of a third colour. Fearless Fledgling, decent card. 2-drop. Some banging and crashing going on, if you can hear that. I'm not quite sure what they're doing outside where I am, but I like it. I like Fearless Fledgling, bit of landfall. Plaque of Predation's pretty good too. And I don't mind Thundering Rebuke. The commons are a bit meh, apart from probably Pack Beast and maybe Bug Catcher, but I'm going to take the Fledgling. I feel pretty confident that Fledgling's okay. I mean, Thundering Rebuke's really strong. And Plaque of Predation is good. It depends what sort of your preference is. I don't dislike white. And I'll take it. Okay, so quite a few options here. We've got the Healer, which keeps us on colour, works in the Cleric deck, and is a good card, really good card in that deck. So probably what we're going to take. Syndiclasm's pretty good. If you've seen one of my last videos, you'll see it in action. It can work pretty well. Kazul's Fury is probably the one dual land I've seen win most games out of nowhere. The old fling effect. And here is Binding is a strong card in any white deck, really, as long as you're not using, there's one Demon's Disciple, I think it's called, black cleric that makes you discard a creature, which doesn't really work with it. A bit of a non-bow, if you will. Feed the Swarm, really strong card, and Tazim Raw Mage I like, as well as obviously another Pack Beast. So overall though, I like Healer, and I'll take a Healer. Okie dokie then. So what we can see here is we've had an uncommon and a rare taken, which doesn't help us in many ways, but both uncommon and rare have been determined to be stronger than Deadly Alliance. So first of all, we're in white. Are there any good white cards? There's a Pressure Point. It's not a good white card. Next up, we've got Marassa Sproutling, which is pretty good. Had we got any kicker cards, I'd be tempted. I don't want to go into green unless I've got a really strong reason to do so. The other thing we could do is to go into blue. You've got Into the Royal, and we've passed some Raw Mages and things. But I think the fact that we've passed a Raw Mage means black's probably might likely our colour, and black-white Clerics is really strong, so I'd much rather go into that. Plus, Deadly Alliance is arguably one of the best commons going, so we'll take a Deadly Alliance. So 3 people have passed a Ruin Crab. We've already got one thing that works in terms of landfall. There isn't really another card. Like, Amara Mystic's really good, but we're nowhere near that at this point in time. Colony works in many decks. Kicker, counters. It's just not a bad 2-drop. Visionary's a good card, but I'm just not interested in it. I mean, I'll take a crab. I'll do it. Don't test me. I'll take a crab. I mean, the Fledgling is a landfall card. The Crab's a landfall card. The Crab's just like a win con in and of itself, I guess. So We'll take the crab. There wasn't really anything else for us there. Okay, so now we've got McKindy Stampede. It's gonna be our pick almost purely because it's white, which is where two of our cards are. Arguably, the stronger lot. And any of these modal double face cards where you've got the land on one side should be playable. Unless you've got like a load, they should be playable. I like Brushfire Elemental, and I think it's really strong, certainly in landfall, but we're not in either of those colours. I would like an Expedition Healer, and I do like Expedition Healer as a card, especially in Clerics, but we're not there yet. So we'll take the McKindy Stampede. Okay. So red's open. We're not solidly in black or blue. Grotag Night Runner's a good enough card for me to take it. I'm not massively fussed on Farsight Adept. I think we could pick another one up if we needed to. McKindy Ox is good in landfall, but we're not necessarily in landfall at all. Chilling Trap's good in the Wizards deck. We're not there. Duelist is good in the Rogues deck. It is okay in others, but we're not there. Again, Rogue. I think we're just going to have to take the Night Runner and see if red's open. Well, now what am I doing? Look at all this red. I think the Minotaur is a strong enough card. We could go like Boros, Warrior slash Party. I mean, I like Blood Priest, but I feel like Minotaur is too strong a card. I'm taking the Minotaur. Okay. Is there a world that we go here? I think there is. And it is a good card. Is it that much better? I think we can get a Sneaking Guide. I mean, I'll take a Ravager's Mace. It looks like white's been cut from us. And a Bug Catcher's wield. I'll take the Bug Catcher. Syndicasm's wield. I like it just a bit more than Sneaking Guide. And a Royal Mage's wield. And now I don't even know what's going on. And a Riptide. It's so unlikely that we go into blue at this point. I'm going to take the Scavenge Blade on the off chance that we pick up. Oh man. On the off chance that we pick up a card that cares. Okay, so white Party is what this is saying to me. We're not in green, otherwise that would be our next best card. I feel like I don't think we can go Mardu. It's too much. It looks most like we're going white-red. They share warriors as a type. So, no wizards is okay. What is it? Rogues would be most difficult. But I'll take Archpriest. Who's passing Angel of Destiny? Oh man, look at this pack. Oh no. I mean, Angel of Destiny is just a win con, right? It's a 2/6 double strike flyer that deals combat damage and you gain that life, which we've got a bit of life gain synergy. At the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 more life you started with, each player that it attacked loses. So we could just go that and like try and look at life gain. I mean, we need that to wheel. I can't, and that. I mean, red, it seemed very open, so it's a potential. I just think Angel of Destiny is too strong. We can't afford to not pick it. Oh man, what are people in if they're passing all these? Gee whiz. It's at this stage where I'm like, I think we. Thing is, so Felidar I think is a strong card. It's not amazing, but it's pretty good, and it escalates quickly. But we're not landfall. Spare supplies is just good card draw, and I think we might struggle for card draw. Felidar isn't a party member. Does that matter? Felidar's got to be... I'm going to take spare supplies for card draw. Not really anything here that I would be particularly bothered by. I mean, it's going to probably be a practice tactics. We're not interested in milling people. Practice tactics cares about our party, which is what we're also now caring about. We might will the Scorch Rider, for instance. But I'll take it. The only thing we've got here is the Scorch Rider anyway. Some good blue, some good green, some good black. How is red now cut? Another mace. Another cleric. We've not really got any 3-drops. We already have a mace. We're probably not going to play the mace we have. Is this good enough for me to think about blue? I haven't got blue. I've got a ruin crab. I'm going to take the protector. I don't know how aggressive we're going to be for this Inordinate Rage to be good. I do like an Inordinate Rage though, truth be told. I don't think there's a problem with picking one of those up. So that's not the Vanguard. We haven't wheeled this Vanguard. This is just a whole nother Vanguard. Such a strong card. You'll love that. I mean, I don't see us playing a Smite the Monstrous. So we didn't wheel any of the other cards we wanted. So some other people have taken the white, red, which is interesting. So we're in competition here. Okay, so what are we looking for? What is our deck doing? It's a whole lot of creatures. We've got 4 warriors, a rogue, 4 clerics. So we keep going down this warrior route. I don't think taking warriors is a bad choice at all. The angel heart's almost like an extra. Archpriest. We don't have a full party, so it's just going to be a 1 mana, 1/2, 2/2, maybe 3/2. Okay. So Sajiri Shelter's a really good card. Yet again, another modal double face, which we're happy about, and it's a good one. It gives us protection, which is nice. Which is nice. We are still looking to pick up playables. Yeah, we will take another paired tactician. We've got no issue with that. Brings us to 6 warriors. Gets a little bit of an extra buff because of it. It's a 3-drop, which is okay. Another warrior synergy. So we're probably looking more warrior now than we potentially initially wanted to. But there's nothing else really in there that we want. Okay. This blue is so late. So at this stage, us picking that Scavenge Blade up now doesn't look so stupid. But if we could pick up like a Kite Sail, 2nd crab. We aren't really loving this Seagate Colossus, but what else are we doing top end? We've got a Minotaur and the Angel. I think it's better that we, if we look at our creatures, we're on a decent creature count. I think we'll take the Unity. We want the likes of the Pack Beasts. We want some sort of equipment. We'll definitely take a Titapeak Ambusher. That's a great 2-drop for us. The 2-drops, we can't really have enough good 2-drops. We are going to start to look at like the Fledgling as to whether or not that is a card we want or need. Okay. Okay, so we've got a choice here as to do we go wizard in order to get the full party? How much of our stuff really cares about that? I think I'd rather just keep going on that warrior train. We just need one other equipment to kind of not look awful. I'm more than happy with the pack beast. That kind of helps us out on a couple of fronts. We're now getting to a stage where we're happy with our playables. We'll take a spellcraft because now we're kind of looking like it's a 5 mana deal 4, but I mean, we'll take a visionary for the sideboard and a rabid bite. No one's in green at all. Might of Marassa, and then finally to round off the deck, we're not going to be playing another visionary. No one was in green whatsoever. Okay. So when we look at what we've got here, we are 1, 2 of these guys. So if we look to run, hold on, 16 lands, quite a quick deck. Is there anything that we've got that we don't want? We've got an Iona, we've got a couple of these. The pack beast can make white if need be. We're keeping hold of the fledgling, possibly more just from a perspective like in the air. 10 warriors is pretty solid. 4 clerics isn't bad. And that's without the pack beast. Well, it's a very front end curve, but we can top out, and we do have a big win con there. I don't hate it. It's quite land light, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do it. So what are we? I think we're literally just we're just Boros Arg, I think. Although I don't like the fledgling as the like. This Minotaur's the most Arg, I think. Okay. Add this to our little decks, and we just get it going. Get it going. 18 minutes. What bam. Let's win some games. It's these kind of decks that I build, and I think, oh, they're not really following any of the, you know, where's the real success? How am I supposed to win these games? Yeah. If you just focus and concentrate and play the cards you draw, you never know. You know? You never know. So, it'd be good to get a couple of good wins here, for sure. Oh, just taking a little second. There we go. So it's not ideal to have the shelter as a land straight away, and we are looking at some of our higher mana cards here, but you know, we keep it. If we draw planes, then Iona looks really good. If we don't, we'll play it next turn. We've got enough mana to cast a Scorch Rider. I expect that could die. It's not the most powerful card, but it could just get hit. So they've got something they could do with it. I don't think a practice tactics would cause that. Okay, so we've got a bit of a mirror here. So we attacked before combat, just in case they were decided to block, get a point of damage in. Them attacking is of no consequence to us. They have no good blocks at this point in time. I quite like getting the Minotaur down, buffs the champion, it's hasted. Now they could use Royal Eruption to get rid of the champion. They could have an Inordinate Rage themselves. Okay. So they could get rid of the champion here, which would be a good trade, or they could just blank the Archpriest. That's probably the best outcome for us. So they've not equipped using that, which they could have done if they had equipment out, and they've killed a 2/2, which was a 1-mana creature. I mean, I don't hate that outcome for us. We're very ahead on board. Next turn, we can McKinley Stampede for the win. I think we just attack, holding open the Inordinate Rage. Okay. So we end up doing 2, which is annoying. You know, we're not going to argue with that. So we're going to pass with the knowledge we can Inordinate Rage on the Core Blade Master. Which would kill Akiri. So are we bothered by... So they can make it indestructible. I think we just let it go. Take the 4. Next turn we've got a few outs. That's fine. I'm not sure this changes anything. We can draw a card off it. Yeah, okay. That's a shame. So next turn we can McKinley Stampede. What we really want to do is Scorch Rider with haste. So I'm leaving that there. It's a bit of a target. They can pump, but obviously that's got double strike. So now they know that there's obviously a battle with Akiri. We could do them tapping out before combat, which they won't do. Okay. So they can't buff that. We can kill that. 2 white. Okay, so they trade. We lose. Okay. We met a mirror with an Akiri. Bit frustrating. Probably should have played better, but thoughts in the comments. Let me know what order you'd have played the cards in order to make sure you didn't do what I just did and fail miserably. Possibly blocking, forcing the thing is, with them having the ability to give something indestructible, it makes it a little bit trickier. I feel like my it's better. Mouse is a bit sensitive. Okay. Obviously taking a little while. Everyone's playing something else or not here. Okay. Okay. Orlando Matt. So yet again, I've got so many 2-drop creatures. I go first. It's a risky keep, but keep we shall. Was that a mulligan from them? Yeah. So big draw step here. That's not what we wanted. Okay, so straight away putting down a big old warrior rare. Just what we wanted to see. So if they attack, they can pay 1 to give it +1/+1, which is frustrating. So they're 3 colour. Okay, they're tapping out. That's good. But they're not attacking, which is interesting. So really for us, it's that in order to be able to get Angel out next turn. And then I just think we pass, don't we? Night Runner hits us, deals damage. How much do I want to save that? I'm about to take 5, which won't really matter. You're going to draw a card, which is annoying. Like, it gives me the option to hit them for 0. I just don't see a reason why that shouldn't be the next card. So it doesn't have lifelink. If they can destroy it, then it's tough times. You know, we do have the Minotaur, and we do have a Spellcraft, so we're not completely done. There we go. Okay, so they're like a bit of a party, bit of a 4-colour party. Could there be an Omnath in their deck somewhere? Pulled a couple of rares, couple of uncommons in front of us. If they don't have any reach, then I don't know how much they're. So they can attack. What can they do? They can get +1/+1. Yeah, so they just stop me from being able to block. Yeah, fair enough. So, whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. So I need to be gaining some serious life for Rooney. So I can deal 4 damage to the Archpriest. It's instant speed. I could haste out my Minotaur. Just gains you a little bit of life. I feel like having the ambusher out gives me possibly a little bit more. I've now got 2 on the practice tactics. Could become a 3/3. Okay, so they've got a bit of everything. If I block there... I only take the 5. So they've not got an in-the-air blocker. I can't attack or block because of the Linvala. I can destroy the Linvala with the Spellcraft, but I still can't block. So it says, until your next turn, it can't attack or block. Its activated abilities can't be activated. If I Spellcraft the Linvala away, they've got 1. They've got everything they need, because that's a wizard, and that's a wizard. I really need to get rid of the Iona. It's risky disky. Now they could sacrifice Linvala. They choose not to. Okay. So I should be able to block next turn with double strike. It's tense. They've got 1 card in hand, but it could be a good one. I assume attack all is not a good sign. So I don't quite understand that attack. I was going to say, I don't really understand that attack. Because I can kill the Night Runner and take 5. Or I can just block the Adventurer. And yeah, they may as well, I guess. My next turn is pretty much just, if I get a land, play it, Minotaur, ready with the Dauntless Unity. But obviously, the Angel of Destiny only works if... Ooh. If it deals combat damage to a player. So I really need to gain life. If I attack and they block with Limvala, I let it happen. I don't think I can sit back and wait. Yeah, I'll attack. If they block with Limvala, then I'll let it happen. Limvala dies. Everyone's a winner. And then I play Shatterskull Minotaur on the ground to block the Adventurer. If they don't block, I think I have to just go all out. Gain 14 life. So they might have some sort of removal in their hand. I don't know. Maybe something flash? I don't know. Orlando Matt. Why did I build a thinking deck? Why did I build a deck I have to, like, consider things? Take out some of these cards, put in a few more warriors. We're laughing. This is one of those cards, though. On the crackback, they hit me for 12. They can make that able to block or attack. They then got to... Okay, they then got to make a decision with the Adventurer if they want to block a Minotaur. I mean, I have no other options. Play the Minotaur, we attack with the Minotaur. It doesn't have trample. Or you hold the Minotaur back. This game may be too far out of our reach at this stage. I think Angel's a tricky card to play with. And I'm not saying I've played well with it at all. Yeah, this is going to be a real problem. They're now just going to hit me in the F6. And there's not a lot I can do about that. I think that's game, isn't it? Well, he's only gone and built himself a deck he can't play. What? Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it? Maybe we've just been unlucky. Maybe. Let's see. A 7-2 from this position is not unlikely. Oh, sorry, it's incredibly unlikely. It's not unheard of. Maybe it is. I don't know. Either way, it'll be a nice quick video for you guys to watch, and we can all go about our day, can't we? Most of the time, I'm really confident with the deck I've built. Am I? I probably am. I'm probably not. On this occasion, I'm not sure it quite has it all, if you know what I mean. But you lose some, you lose some. Am I right? I know what I said. Okay. Fresh start. Okay. We're doing things. Look at this. We're doing things. We're doing all sorts of things. Luckily, they're only playing black, which is all about removal. Black-white clerics. There it is. Excellent news. Okay, so if we Scavenge Blade, they block absolutely every day of the week. We try and hit our land drop, and we no attacks. They play a cleric, they hit us for 2 life. No blocks, it's got vigilance, which is annoying. Okay, Gloom Hunter not kicked. Okay, so we've got a couple of options here. We either go Vanguard. Oh, yeah, that's what I did. Obviously, I knew what I did. We attack with the Vanguard. If we take out the healer, how mad are we? We really want the cost saving on the Minotaur, I think. I feel like this deck just needs to be warriors. I don't think white-red really works. Okay. Yeah, so still not hitting our land drops, which is frustrating. I think we can all agree. I feel like we just need to get our land drops. See? Just like that. And now we just need to discard a card, you know, casually, as you do. As you do. I don't really want to get rid of any of them, to be honest with you. Keeping a 2-land hand with a 1-drop and a 2-drop, bunch of 2-drops. With a bit of card draw, drew 2 extra cards. Still can't get that 3rd land. Tough time. Okay, now we're talking. Now they've got some life gain vigilance. They've got some growth vigilance. We're about to take 6. They're about to gain 3. We're about to take 3. They're about to gain 3. The picture is looking bleak. I'm going to be honest with you. When it goes good, it goes good. Next turn, we T-Speak Ambusher. There it is. There it is. Absolutely brilliant. We're going to have to start throwing these things at people. We've got 3 in the air. That's annoying. I don't think this was the way we wanted to go out, everybody. You know? We've got one last opportunity. I don't even think drawing a land does anything here. Unbelievable. Well, in 45 minutes, you've managed to witness the slow deterioration of a man's soul, and yeah. What I would say is, sometimes you can just not get the deck you want. Sometimes you can just slowly fall from what small perch you once thought you had. And with that, everyone, you probably already knew when you clicked on this video, but I'm going to have to say goodbye. It's been my utmost pleasure. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.